Hello blocky builders and welcome back to the Better Minecraft mod pack. Today we have a plan for however much that is worth, because plans tend to get side railed on a mod pack like this. But I have gone and made a few axes, checked on the seeds that we've got, and we've also found this really good hoe. Now to the north we are going to start clearing away these trees so that we can get started on planting some of these crops. We really need to get the food situation sorted. If we have time at the end of the episode, we might even start breeding villagers, because somebody will need to tend these crops. I also got some chests together so that we can store all the loot we get from clearing this area. Shouldn't really call it loot, it's just items, mostly wood and logs, but whatever, let's get into it. First off, we'll clear this logs that's lying here. I know I don't want to change the look of the structures that we found, but I guess this is outside of the structure and we need access to the area that we're clearing out. So let's get going and chop down a few trees. Now, chopping trees in Minecraft can be a laborious task, but thanks to the falling tree mod that's included in this mod pack, link in the description, cutting trees is a breeze. You only cut the first log and the rest of the tree will fall, as long as your axe has got the durability to take down the whole tree. As we continued cutting trees, eventually we came upon a beehive, which adds another interesting dimension to this mod pack. When you throw an ender pearl into a beehive, you get transmitted to the bumble zone, which is a honey, sticky, messy dimension in this mod pack. But we will get to that later. For now, we need to focus. And besides, I don't have any ender pearls. With more tree cutting, the day eventually started to end, and before going to bed we found a pretty little well situated on an isolated island. When we turned around from the well, we noticed a spider crypt, which is definitely too dangerous. Early the next morning we got a visit from a wandering lead salesman. However, when I checked what he's got on offer, it wasn't much of interest to me, and I decided to only take the leads that he was giving away for free. I went ahead and made more axes, because wood chopping was chopping down my axes, and we continued stripping the wood. As the day progressed, we chopped down more trees and even more trees, until eventually we made a discovery. Down on the ground we found a bunker. Really nice looking, but the things I was looking at most was the chest and the barrel, because there had to be some loot in there. We proceeded looking around, making sure nobody's home, and then we started looking in the barrel. We found cookies and carrots and some cooked cod, which would mean that we are set for food for even longer. The barrel emptied out, we had a look in the chest that stood on a lodestone, and in here we found wonderful items. We found iron boots and a bottle of enchanting. Wow! This was really worth it. We will still decide whether we preserve this structure or destroy it, and I'm at the moment leaning towards we might have to destroy it, because it's underground, but there's a hill over it, and the hill might be in the way from our farming operations. When we finished looting the containers in this bunker. Nighttime was getting close, and we decided to sleep in the bunker. I mean, why not? The next day it was raining, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. I put on my iron boots and I finished chopping down the trees and cleared out a decent-sized area for us to use. However, just as I was about to chop the last tree, my axe broke and I decided to just let it be. I wanted to move Eugene closer to Richard so that we can start maybe breeding villagers, because we're going to have to get villagers to tend the crops. So I broke his bed and allowed him to move to a different room in the tavern, where I blocked him in so that he can't escape. And thus, day 29 comes to an end. We started day 30 by moving the resources we found during deforestation into storage. We then picked up our seeds from storage and our hoe before proceeding to renovate the tavern and turning the single rooms into one big family room. We came back to the villagers to give them some food. I gave them almost all my bread. And then they still didn't appreciate it, because the bread was lying there on the floor, just rotating and rotating and rotating, and neither of the villagers seemed interested in it. Until I broke into the room. Then they were all running trying to get to the door. But I was quick enough to lock them in. I proceeded to give them fish as well, to see if I could get them to breed and have a baby. It took a lot of patience and a lot of staring. Maybe they got shy because I was looking at them all the time, but I had to see that they do the right thing, and eventually they loved each other. And after a little while of more staring and not giving them their privacy, because I am like that, I had to look and see that they are successful. And eventually it looked like a baby was born. Catherine would be her name. Just look at these two proud parents. So since this is now working, I managed to breed the villagers. I can now continue, because now, as long as I've got the food to feed them, I know we can make villagers. No! What's that? Oh my word, that creeper almost blew up right in the door. I don't want to fix creeper damage again, so let's just deal with this creeper. Oh my word, they do tend to scare you quite good. I have to get the farming setup done, but I want to start going underground sometime soon, and for that the stone sword just wouldn't cut it. I think let's get the iron smelted so that we can make an iron sword, and we will then in the near future go underground. I think I'm not really geared up for the spider crypt that we found, but we are going to try it and see if we can get some resources. But first things first, let's make the iron sword and then go ahead and sort out our crop fields. I've got quite a few seeds and I'm going to try and plant them all. The Better Minecraft mod pack contains loads of furniture mods as well, so let's see if we can jazz up the inside of the tavern a little bit. We'll make a few tables, maybe a stool or two, and some chairs, I think will be the order of the day. Now let's see about replacing this boring stairs. So first off, I just want to fix the floor. The stone with the oak doesn't work for me. Then I think we can put the two stools right here in front of the counter, just like that. That's looking better already. Let's take away these as well. Fix the stone in the floor. How about we put a table right here in the middle of the floor and take away this makeshift seating area, place another table over there, and then let's see about getting some chairs. Another chair this side. Let's place a chair in the corner here and another one so that we've got seating. Now these chairs do place a little bit difficult, but let's go in here in this little corner. There you go. And I think this tavern is looking a lot better with the tables and chairs. So now I want to thank all of you for joining me on this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to leave a like. You want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any new uploads. It has been fun, but next time we will go and explore a little bit underground. Thank you for watching. May your pickaxes forever be sharp, and I will see you next time.